So great to be here. Thank you so much for having me. That was Dapit Hapon, which is a traditional 20th century Filipino ballad, which is, that area of music is a big focus for a lot of the work that I've done this year, Filipino edutainment. And I put it in quotes because my academic background is in musicology. I work as a day job as a music research assistant, but I'm really just a guy that watches a lot of YouTube and reads a lot, so thank you for listening. Through this year I've been invited to speak and perform on kundiman, and kundiman is just a Filipino art form originating in the 19th century. And in brief, these are love songs or ballads, and they're really like a perfect microcosm of Filipino history because it's a hybrid of common indigenous folk melodies and then matched with Spanish instrumentation or orchestration, and then later transfigured through American imperialism, academic institutions of America, popular music industry, film, radio, Western notation. And while a lot of this music is very romantic, they're songs of courtship, they're for serenading a loved one outside of their window. While that is true, a lot of this music exists and is in the context or response to colonial violence and oppression of the time throughout the last few centuries. So when I'm invited to play at some festivals, these really joyous celebrations, Filipino parties, my work, I kind of have to coax the audience into a revolutionary, a mindful space and sort of position the music, or at least my goal is to position the music in a way that illustrates the effects of US imperialism, colonialism, and kind of remind them that while this is so beautiful and the music is very traditional, it's also deeply entrenched in the horrors of Western hegemony. So it's different when I'm playing at some of these Filipino festivals, but I can feel that y'all are really down for that. I get the feeling that y'all are open and aware and kind of constantly fighting this duality that there are great joys and also great horrors at the same time. And that's kind of why I love Sunday Jump, the space that it creates and cultivates. So the pairing of spoken word with the pairing of music is an absolutely divine practice. So it's great to be here, and thank you so much. Thanks. I'm gonna play one more song. And this last song does have an extremely important, I'm gonna keep talking if that's cool. It has an extremely important background to it. Its title being Joselinang Baliwag, or Jocelyn from Baliwag, a town in Bulacan. And this is a very early kundiman that was lyrically addressed to a woman as a love song, but is actually a well-disguised song of rebellion. That was a melody that was famous among the Katupaneros, or the revolutionaries during the Philippine Revolution of 1896. And this song was used in the camps to stoke the patriotic flames of rebellion. You know, this was like their punk music. This is their Rage Against the Machine back then in the 1900s. And really, it inspired them, it unified them, it helped them console and help them contend with the hopelessness that they're experiencing after 300 years of Spanish colonial rule. And so when I hear this music or when I play it, I always just imagine how such a beautiful and tender song can be found in such violent times of revolution, and how such a sweet and romantic melody was able to guide them through the atrocities of oppression, the deep loss of self and the loss of their nation, so much that in turn it inspired them and filled them with the determination necessary in the struggle for liberation. You know, music has that power, words have that power, and the community really has that power. So this is why I love playing this music and speaking on it. Especially in a time like now, you know, still under the Marcos regime, still struggling for Palestinian liberation, still defending all of our immigrant friends, folks, family under the reaches of American imperialism and fascism, which if you're a creative or if you're an artist, you know, making art and music in the era of content is kind of insufferable. It's like horrible looking at your phone. And so I do commend you, and I do hope that this reminds you that this song is a reminder that our artistic mediums are not just for content or for consumption or clever branding, but really the music and art can console us, it can connect us and inspire us, and it should and it must turn us to the liberation of the self in our community. So this music is definitely a part of that, so thank you so much. Is that okay? Thank you. Awesome. If you'd like to hear more or connect with me, follow me online. There's a lot of PDFs and dissertations and YouTube videos that speak to this stuff, so I'd love to share those resources with you. They're all free, they're all online, so please connect with us, share the resources. Additionally, I'm playing next Friday, October 10th, 7 p.m. downtown LA at No Sisig Rock and Roll. We're doing like a Filipino ambient noise set with a friend of mine. It's going to be an absolute psyop. And then the big one on Saturday, October 25th, we're throwing a disco party in Little Tokyo, second story bar, live music with Manila Sound, DJ Collective, along with Sunday Jump's going to be there. And yeah, we just encourage you to build a community outside of the hands of our digital platforms and connect with another outside of the metaverse, because those practices are extremely unsustainable, and I love seeing you in person. So again, thank you. My name is Bataan Marciano, aka Jamin Marciano Maximo Podereyes. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.